CM Punk was a guest on Ariel Helwani's MMA Hour. He finally spoke up about his time at AEW. So this is what we've been waiting for a minute. So let's get right into it. CM Punk on not getting picked up by anyone in London before his AEW All In pay-per-view. There's nobody there to pick me up. It's not a big deal. I just got on the tube and was like, adventure? That part was fun, but it's completely irresponsible as a company to leave somebody stranded at the airport. Yeah, especially when that somebody is your number one star, your moneymaker who people are paying to see. You kind of dropped the ball on that, Tony, but let's move on. On Tony Khan's decision to start Collision and how Punk thought it wouldn't work, how he thought it would. There's all these rumors about NDAs. There's a big difference between not being allowed to talk about some shit or just not wanting to talk about some shit. I don't necessarily want to litigate this again. Tony's big idea was a separate show. We were going to separate everybody. And I said, that'll never work. Just let me go. Just get me out of here. So by that time, Punk has already had it, playing with these kids. And he wanted out. Tony was like, nah, separate show. It's going to be your show. He recalled the feeling that people didn't want him in AEW, but tried to make it work. And talks about being approached about Jack Perry wanting to use real glass. Here we go. This is towards the end. These guys don't want me here. This isn't a real business. This isn't a business predicated on making money, drawing money, selling tickets, you know. It's not what it was sold to me as, so let me go. Oh, I can't let you go. I'm going to do a new show. And then the second day we have this new show. I'm sitting in catering, minding my own business. Tony Schiavone comes and gets me and was like, hey, I really need your help. I was like, what? He's like, Jack Perry's cussing me out. He's cussed out Mike Manzuri. He's cussing out Daryl from production. He's cussing out the doctor right now. I was immediately like, this dude isn't even supposed to be here. But now I was told we're getting separated. We're having separate shows. And now you want me to be a part of this problem? Like, so Punk is there, separate show. Somebody's already there who isn't supposed to be there, causing problems. And now they want Punk to get involved to fix the problem. It's like, what do you want me to do? Of course, if he fixes it, if he handles it the way he does, it's the bad guy, right? Full disclosure, I'm gonna see him talk. This is, yeah. And he goes on, talks about Perry's attitude made sense since he was friends with the Young Bucks. It's very much who he's friends with, and things never got squashed. With the Bucks, nobody's in charge, and it turned into what it turned into. Nobody's in charge. Very telling. As he approached Tony Khan after Jack Perry called him out at All In, where Punk asked Khan to handle that. I went to Tony and was like, please handle that, like please. And he was like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, I'm not telling you what to do. Just be the boss, please. This man's coming to you with the problem, telling you that you need to handle this because you're the boss. And you're asking him, what do you want, what he wants you to do? You're the boss. You handle that. You've seen what this has been building up as far as Jack Perry goes, glass and all that. You should have nipped it in the bud then. You're the boss, Tony. You're signing the checks. Recalls the altercation with Perry. Thought I was doing a responsible thing. I didn't punch anybody. I just choked somebody a little bit. Samoa Joe was there, told me to stop, and then I quit. I turned to Tony and said, this place is a fucking joke, man. You're a clown. I quit. Went to my room. Then Joe and Jerry Lynn came and got me and were like, let's just go out there and kill it. Which they did. They put on a banger of a match. On Tony Khan saying he feared for his life. I can't tell you what Tony felt or what he was thinking, but I never did anything to make him fear for his life. But he's who he is. There was a concerted effort to, I guess, slander me and try to ruin my character. And that's kind of the genesis of all the drama. Like, don't do that. Why are you doing that to a guy who works for your company? Why are you lying? Why are you spreading lies and rumors and bullshit about your top guy? Your top guy, which he was. I know you CM Punk haters out there. He was the top guy when he was there. Talked about Khan as a boss. Says, man, that's a loaded question because I don't want to be this. I don't want to, I don't want this to be, I don't want this like to be drama, but the truth is the truth. He's not a boss. He's a nice guy. And I think ultimately that's a detriment to the company, but it's not my company. And he's a nice guy, but he's not a boss. Nice guy, but he's not a boss. I think ultimately that is a detriment to the company, not my company. There's a saying that goes, you listen to the fans in the stands, that's where you're going to be. Tony Khan he's influenced by, I would say he's influenced by the fans. And I mean, it's great to get input from fans, because we're the fans. Yes, we're going to tell you what we like and what we don't like. But Tony Khan is being influenced by the ultimate fan, and that is Dave Meltzer. He signs these wrestlers, books these matches that Dave Meltzer wants to see. This is just my opinion. I can't base this on it. This is just my observation. And you're losing your top guys. You lose a CM Punk he's CM Punk. Just for him to walk over to your competition and make them all kinds of money, because he's going to make them money. You dropped the ball there over some Jungle Boy Jack Perry and some Adam Hangman Page and some young bucks. But we're gonna get to that. He went on to talk about his infamous Adam Page promo, where Page went off script in the lead up to their Double or Nothing match. He thinks that I got one of his friends fired who hasn't been fired. Fired. I went to Tony and the lawyer and I said, you need to fix that because if I do, you're not going to like the way I fix it. And I thought I was being professionally, but I thought I was being professional by not just murdering him on television. With me, respect is the default. I respect everybody until you do something that makes me lose respect for you. I had never done anything to any of those guys. If they are basing how their attitude is towards me, they're basing how their attitude is towards me based on some bullshit their friend told them, well, I can't help you. I've got plenty of friends who don't like certain people, and I keep relationships business. Everything fell off the rails from there. It's a shame. It really is a shame. He went on to say that the positive experiences outweigh the negatives. But overall, AEW is not a real business. Thought I was coming to help. Thought I was coming in to help business. If I can teach something great, and I think I was bought in for other reasons. Their business, and I know a lot of people are going to be upset. It's not a real business. It's not about selling tickets. It's not about drawing money. It's not about making money. It's just not. Finish, Punk says he wishes everyone in AEW well. Says that he doesn't regret his time there at all. When it comes to AEW and all that, genuinely not regret my time there. Just brutally honest about some things, and you ask questions, and you're a real journalist, so I'll gleefully go ahead and answer it. It's done. I hope they're happy. I know I am, and I would like to leave it at that. I understand fans and tribalism because I'm a Blackhawks fan, the Chicago Cubs fan, so I will always troll and needle White Sox fans or Blue fans. You get it. Anyway, that's Punk on his time at AEW. Go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments. I think AEW dropped the ball with Punk. I think it's hurt them. They, they've made some signings, with Osprey, but man, Punk was a big loss. And for him to leave there and then show up at the Survivor Series in Chicago with that pop and ovation, I know that Tony Khan had to see that and just think, if he did, then there's something wrong. Like you let this man and Jack Perry, this is all because of Jack Perry. The WrestleManias that we're getting right now, all that had from Jack Perry, all that. Let me know what you think, though. I'm Mars Jackson. This is the Mars Jackson podcast. We out.